So nested loops. See, first tell me, did you understand why we need less nested loops? Or like what exact problem you have? Like you want to understand the whole thing, or you have any doubt in a particular, step of nested loops? Shubhadeep?
Sir, I have doubts that I can't understand that outer loop and inner loop part.
Okay, fine. See, so first, let me explain like why nested loops are required. Okay, so uh, nested loops are basically important when, for example, see, we use loops when we need to, automate, or let's say do a repetitive task. Okay, but it is like it's a mundane job, right? If you write print 10 times or 100 times, like if you're doing the same thing. Okay, so loops is something that helps you do that task repetitively using certain statements. Okay, and by using a particular condition. So based on that concept, we use nested loops when, for example, we have to do a task per se. You are all you like per se you have to print the multiples of 10 numbers. Okay, like the tables of the first 10 numbers. Okay, and for let's say first 5 numbers I am printing. Okay, and we have to print till the 20th multiple of each number. So it is not possible that you write the code every time. Like for example, you write the first you write the code using a normal loop for 1, for 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Okay, that is a very tedious task. So what we do using nested loops, based on the based on the condition statements in the outer loop, we give some conditions on the inner loop, and we achieve the task. Like in this problem where I've written, see, print the tables of the first 10 numbers. Okay, here what we have done, first we initiate the outer loop where we write for I in range. I is a counter variable. Okay, and the range is given 1 to 11. Okay, let's say it will run from 1 to 10 actually. Okay, then in the inner loop we give for each multiple. Okay, for each number that is I here, like from 1 2 3 4, we want till the 20th multiple. Okay, like from 1 is 1 into 1 is equal to 1 till 1 into 20 equals to 20. Okay, similarly 10 into 1 to 10 into 20. Okay, for that reason we are using the inner loop here. Okay, so today we will do some problems by which you will understand more about nested loops. Okay, so we will do some application based problems. Okay, so let's start doing that. uh First you will understand nested loops better. Okay, let's say uh we want square pattern of a start in Python. Okay, so our motto is to print something like this. Let's say, see what is here. We have 4 lines of start. Okay, if we just give it like a space. Okay, now it looks like a square. Okay, now you can print anything actually here. So let's say if we want to print this thing, how do we do it? So here also we have to declare variable and use. Okay, so let's say we want to declare a variable. Let's say int is equal to 4, the same thing. Okay, for 3 it will be 3 stars in 3 rows. Okay, that is 3 columns and 3 rows. So we have to use nested loops here. So one loop use will be for the the iteration, and inner loop will be for the the for the stars. Okay, for in each iteration. Okay, so let's say for I in range in here. Okay, then we give for I in range. Then we print here what we want is star 6 or whatever you want, star comma end equals to end statement, and then finally we print. Okay, so what is happening here? First we have declared a variable n. Okay, which means n will depict the number of rows. Okay, so like for this one, so this is the outer loop. This is the outer loop depicting rows. Okay, and this is the inner loop depicting number of stars to be printed in each row. Okay, so now when we run it, see this will give me a square pattern. Okay, say for 4 rows it will give 4 stars in each row. Okay, now let's say if we do it like this, int input, okay, some number, okay, enter a value or something, and we run it. It will ask me, now let's say I want 7, so it will print me 7 stars in each row. Okay, for 7 rows. Okay, now you can, I'll run it again, and let's say 3, then it will give me 3 stars for 3 rows. Okay, so this outer loop is depicting the number of rows to be printed, and the inner loop is depicting the number of stars to be printed in each row. Have you got my point? Okay, have you got my point, Shubhadeep?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
Anshika, have you seen the last classes videos? Do you have any doubts in them? Do I need to repeat any concept? You there? Okay, if you have any doubts, you can ask. I'll moving forward. Okay. Now let's say I want to print a triangle pattern. Okay. Now let's say I want to print something like this. Okay. Now I want to print something like this. So, as a star, star. Okay. Now like this till 4 rows. Okay. Okay. So here the logic should be, first we will write an outer loop for 4 in order to print 4 rows. Okay, then in the inside loop what we have to do is we have to print increment, given incrementing factor that will be based on the inner outer loop, which means with each row the number of stars will increase. So if I am writing for 11th row, there will be 11 stars, for 4th row 4 stars. Okay, so how we will do that? Let's say n is equal to 4 for this particular pattern. Then we will see for I in range. First we'll write the range for the outer loop. Okay, that will be n of course, followed by the inner loop. For j in range, in this case, what it will be I plus 1. So I is a counter variable here. Okay, and using the outer loop we are printing the number of rows. Okay, so syntax error, yeah, now it's okay. So using j as a counter variable, we are printing the number of stars incrementing with the number of rows. Okay, so then we will give print statement. Okay, let's say stars, and to keep them in same line, We will give like this, and for space we will give end. Okay, and finally print. Okay, so this print function is used to move to the next line. See, it is given like with each row the number of stars incrementing. First row 1 star, second row 2 stars, third row 3 stars. Now see, now just like last time, if you are doing this, Control C, Control V, save. Okay, now let's say I want 11. So this is giving like, see, with each the number of rows, the number of stars are incrementing. Okay, so for the 11th row, it will give me 11 stars. For certain number of row, it will give me that many number of stars. Okay, now we can do even the reverse of it. Wait a second. We will do the inverted one. Okay, we will just reverse this thing. How can we do that? See, so we will do this pattern now. Oops. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So, can anybody tell me, guess the logic for this? Anyone? Tell me, what will be the difference here compared to the last? Yes, sir, I've seen. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Okay. Acha. Now tell me, what will be the logic in this? I'll
Uh,
share the
means,
code for the other last one. Tell me, what can be the logic here? What change should I make? I'm just doing the reverse. Tell me. Yeah, please tell Jeet.
So the J that we are taking in the previous case, we have taken I plus plus, where that is I plus one. So here we can take I minus one.
I think that should work. Uh, let's see. Okay. Can you share a screen and show us?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm stopping share. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, we will find out what will work. You can share a screen, Jeet, and you can do the problem.
Yes, sir. I'm sharing. Actually, the network connection here is
Okay, do it slowly, no
bad.
issues.
Yes.
Once, 2 times. And also one thing, I will see. Till now, I have seen that I have taken a total of 7 classes, because in between so many pujas came and all festival season. Okay, which I didn't take into consideration. Okay, when I launched the course. So in order to make up for the class, I will give you one. I'll take 1 week of extra class. Okay, so as to complete everything, because I don't want to do everything in one day and like go very and rush the course. There will be no point of learning then, because you can do the same thing from YouTube. If rushing is the need, I have to teach you everything. No, I'll give you 1 week extra, so that I can finish everything in detail. Ajit, share. If you're facing problem, then I can try. Okay, let's say, let me share my screen if you're unable to share. Okay, let's say, oh, you're sharing. Okay, okay, Jit, do it. You have to declare a variable first for n is equal to something, then you can run.
Oh,
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah, give n is equal to 5 or 4, whatever. Something. Yeah. Let's see what result it gives. Yeah, run. So it didn't give the right result. Okay, let us see. Okay, how can we solve this? So, you can stop
So,
sharing your screen. I'll share my screen now.
yeah, let's see.
Okay. Alright. So we have to print this, right? So have you noticed while we code one thing that there is a dot in between the stars, something? Okay. So which means that these are taking particular memory spaces in these stars. Okay. And with each row increasing, the number of stars are decreasing. Okay. So in that logic, if I take I minus 1, it will be simply like uh, with each row, for example, for fifth row, okay, there will be one star less. So for the first row, it should be one star, but it will be zero. So so in Jeet's pattern, there was no star in the beginning, but in the second line, it gave one star. Then for three star, instead of 3 star, it gave you 2 star, and in case of four rows, it gave you 3 stars. Okay, like that. But in this case, what we have to do is, if I am right, then let's just, I'm declaring n is equal to 4 in this case. Okay, let's say for I in range, this is common. Okay, I'll take n. Okay, now then I'll take for j in range. Now here is the main logic comes. So see, we have 4 rows, right? And it is decreasing one each. Okay, and for second it is 3 star, for third row it is 2 star, and for last it is 1 star. Okay, so n is equal to 4. The outer loop we are doing for the number of rows. So from the number of rows, in the first row it will be 4. Okay, it will print n. Okay, as per this logic. Okay, in the next one it will print 3. So for since it is a loop, it will increase with every line. Okay, but in this case we want decreasing. So like 4 minus 0 first. So first row, okay, it will be 4 minus 0. Second row, it will be 4 minus 1, that is 3 star. Third row 4 minus 2, and finally 4 minus 3. Okay, in if that logic we use, then it will be n minus I. Okay, I we will see if this works or not. Okay, then we will just print start and then end. Okay, print bracket. Let's see what it gives. Okay, so my logic was correct. So did you understand, or should I just explain another time? I'll explain another time. Okay, so let's say the outer loop will iterate 4 times. Okay, so let me tell you this. Outer loop will iterate 4 times. Cool. Which is for I is equal to 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3. Okay, then for the inner loop, it will be for each iteration of the outer loop, okay, the inner loop or say for, just wait, for I is equal to 0, uh, the inner loop runs 4 times, okay, which means, see, j is equal to 0, sorry, 0 comma 1 comma yaar, 2 comma 3, which means it will be 4 minus 0 in the first row, then 4 minus 1 in the second row, okay, then for the number of stars, then 4 minus 2, then 4 minus 3, okay, and uh this will print the new line. So if that is the case, it should check the user input choice also and give me a proper result if this logic is correct. Well, let's say 11. Yeah, so the logic is correct and it will give me number of stars. Okay, so for the first row it is 11 minus 0. For the second one it is 11 minus 1, which is 10 stars. For the third is 11 minus 9. Okay, sorry, 11 minus 2, so 9 stars. Okay, so like that this logic is going to work in this case, in this scenario. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let's make it a bit more complicated. Let's see. Let's take a challenge here. Right. Okay. We will do a proper pyramid. Okay. So it will be like, wait, let me show you. Uh, Star pyramid in Python. I just want to copy paste the pattern here. No, just wait. Image. There should be image. Okay. So we want to print this thing. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We want to print this thing here. Okay, so for one row, it will be 1 star. For second row, it will be this. For third row, sorry, for n is equal to 3, the rows will increase, and so the number of stars by 2 will increase. Okay, so let's try to do this thing. Okay, so for that, let's say n is equal to 5. Okay, and first we have to print the leading spaces for I in range n, of course. Okay, that is the first logic here. Then what we need is, again, for the number of stars, for j in range, here we have to think about a logic. Can anyone think of a logic here for this? Can anyone think about a logic? Guys,
Sir, thinking.
okay, think. I can give you one hint. Here we have to use two inner loops. Okay, so try to think based on that logic. Yeah, please say, Jeet.
Sir, I have thought of mm, yes, sir. I have tested in the
Yes, I saw.
right,
Okay,
so that
I'll
if
stop
we take
sharing.
I
You can
range,
execute this. Share your screen and execute.
means it's the concept, right? That's
Yeah, yeah.
skill.
Let's see if this works or not.
So the screen is visible.
Yes, yes. Go ahead. Uh, delete that before program or it will be problem. Row, what is row here? You have to declare no, the variable.
Help me out with this coding part. That how to
See,
declare
you have to
this.
declare
I
first
have
a
not
variable, na,
practiced
like n
that.
is equal to something. If so,
Yes. Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, tell.
Sir, I am having problem in
No
writing
problem.
this one.
I'll do it.
Concept I
Let's.
can understand, but that
Hmm.
coding part I need to
Okay,
practice more.
no problem at all.
That's
You will have enough time for practice. I'll show you, and also I'll give you related problems so that you can get familiar with it. Okay, so here what we have to do is, wait, uh, so the problem was something. Let me just see the image again. Uh, Pyramid problem, pyramid Python. Okay, images. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, we want this one, full pyramid. Okay. No, no, no. चलो कोई ना. Just yeah, this one. So see, there is something you have to notice here. This you can if you're doing manual on a board or something, you draw it as an equilateral triangle. Okay, but you have to explain the machine that in order to make it equilateral, for the first row there will be one star. That's easy, but it looks easy. But see, here is one space vacant, here is another space vacant. Okay, so one memory space is vacant here, one is vacant here, and only the middle is printed. In the second position, you don't have two stars, you have three stars. Okay, the third position you have five stars, which is you have again another position vacant here and here, which means for the first row, this star, two positions are vacant here and two positions are vacant here, which means five positions are being taken here also, but only the midpoint star is printed, and then and these three stars are printed and the five stars are printed. So we have to think about a logic where per se there will be there will we have to leave these vacant spaces also, and we have to do this we have to print these stars also in such a pattern that it will be an equilateral triangle. Okay, so how can we do it? See, one thing I already told, this one, I have shared my screen, right? Yes, I have shared my screen. Okay, okay, first thing we have to declare this I. Okay, declare n. Okay, let's say this input. Okay, n here. Next step, we have to print the leading spaces. Okay, which means the spaces in front, which means these are the leading spaces mainly. Okay, these spaces in front, these are the leading spaces. Okay, so print the leading spaces. Okay, these type of problems are a bit kind of difficult, but once you understand the concept behind it. Okay, there is no textbook method to solve this. Okay, textbook method is only for the syntax based. Okay, so we use the syntax, but the logic, okay, we have to do it as much as needed. So let's just a minute. See, okay, for this one, for the first row, okay, if it is n is equal to 2, so it will be 2 minus we have to leave the spaces vacant. So if it is I and it is 2, okay, n is for example n is equal to, so for the first row, so n minus it will be I, so it has to be 1. Okay, n minus 1 minus 1, so it will be n minus I minus 1. Okay, it has to leave one space vacant. We print the vacant space. Okay, then let's see, we have to print the stars. So to print the stars we have to think of a logic that it will be, let's say, for k in range. Okay, another counter variable. Okay, for k in range it will print this with increment with of each row, which is row incrementing by 1, so it will be plus 1. Okay, so for the first row it will be 0, so for 0 it will be 2 into 0 plus 1. In the second row it will be 2 into 1 plus 1, which will be 3 stars. The first one it will be 1 star because of the plus 1. For the second row it will be 2 into 1 plus 1, so 2 plus 1, 3 stars. For the third row it will be 2 into 2 plus 1. 2 into 2 plus 1, which means 1 2 3 4 5. So yes, it will be 2 into 2 plus 1, so it will be 2 into I plus 1, if I'm not wrong. 2 into I plus 1. Okay, here we print the stars. Okay, then of course we have to move to the next line. After printing, finally print. Okay, okay, let's see if I'm correct here. I'll give 3. Yeah, so it worked. So the logic that it stands, let me run it again. Let's say 5. It's working. Let's say 9. Okay, so it is working. So the proper logic is 2 into I plus 1. Okay, so 2 into 0 plus 1, 1 star. 2 into 1 plus 1, 3 star. 2 into 2 plus 1. So this is how the stars are printing. And these, there is a there the vacant the vacant spaces here. Okay, before the stars and after these stars are written by n minus I minus 1. So n, per se here n is equal to 9, so n minus 0 minus 1, which will be 8 spaces vacant. Okay, so like that, so means 8 space in vacant here and here. Okay, so that's how we have to print this. So I think this is clear. I'll give you some more problems to practice. Okay, is it okay, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, see this video multiple times and we will do this kind of problems more. Okay, let's do one thing, let's stop it today here. Okay, because after this we have to do factorials and Fibonacci numbers and Armstrong numbers, which will be more complicated. Okay, if I do it now you will get confused. Okay, so we will continue with that tomorrow with fresh mind. And for now, do one thing, revise these